If you have hooded eyes, and most of the eyeshadow tutorials out there that you see are using a ton of eyeshadow to help create that look, and maybe you're like me and there's days where you're like, I do not want to pile on a ton of eyeshadow. I want to show you what I do on those days, make my eyes look a little more kind of deeper set and to kind of disguise that excess skin that's hanging over without going overboard with a ton of eyeshadow. And normally when I share these eyeshadow videos, I normally zoom in really, really close so you can see exactly what I'm doing, but it's so easy and you'll get a better idea of what I'm doing just by me staying this far away so that you can see the difference between one eye versus the other. The first thing I always do before I put any makeup on my actual eyelids is I always use some type of an eyeshadow primer. And technically I'm not even using an eyeshadow for this. I'm using a contour powder. I'll link this down below, but this is a hack more so on what I'm doing, not necessarily the products. But for me, this is a holy grail because not only can I create great eyeshadow looks with this, but I also use it as a contour on my face. You could use a bronzer, but I don't think it looks as good as a contour looks because you're trying to create that dimension, create a shadow. And most of our shadows aren't kind of this warm tone. Like you can see the shadowing of my nose to mouth line here, it's not this orangey color, it's more this shade right here. So this type of shade is perfect since it really matches the shadowing in our natural skin to help create that look that we're going for our hooded eyes. Use whatever eyeshadow brush you like to use. This one's by Refer. I will link everything that I'm using down below, but again, you do not have to go and buy these, just use whatever works best for you. So we'll just do one eye and leave the other one. I'm not gonna look down in a mirror or up, I'm going to look straight ahead in a mirror. So for this, I will just look into my camera, and my viewfinder's like this big, so hopefully I can do this properly while filming it. Then you're just gonna take your eyeshadow. Now, my crease, let me just get a little closer. My crease is in here. If I put this eyeshadow or this sculpting powder inside this crease, obviously it's gonna disappear when I open my eye, and my eyes will still look like this. You'll only be able to see it when I close my eyes. I wanna create that kind of fold, the way I have a fold here from my puffy cheeks all the way down. I'm gonna create that up here. So right about here is where I'm going to make a fake crease. So as you can see, it's super light, but what I'm trying to do is just basically create that shadow. So you can probably already see a difference. This eye, since it's lighter, it looks like it's pushed forward. And of course it's a little puffy here today too, because I don't know, I probably had too much salt yesterday and I didn't sleep that great. But this one, it's not super obvious, but this one looks a little more kind of deep set because I created that fake fold, that fake crease up here. I'm gonna make it a little bit darker just so that you can tell a little bit better. So now I think you can see the difference a little bit better, but of course I will blend this. I'm not gonna wear it this dark. And then what I like to do, I just kind of bring it underneath the eye. Really, I'm just doing like a backwards C shape, or if I'm on this eye, it's a C shape, and I'm just kind of sculpting it out to make it look a little more deep set. And of course I'm doing this really sloppy, but I'm going to show you how I clean it up in the end. Right now it looks like I have a black eye that's healing. That's because I wanted to put it on darker. Now you could leave it like this, or you could just take a little bit of, you know, a matte or shimmer, whatever you like a beige colored eyeshadow, just to kind of help that to blend in a little bit better. Now I could really just put on mascara, clean it up with a little bit of concealer and be done for the day, but I'll just show you what I like to do. I take a brown eyeshadow, dark brown, whatever color you like, and I don't put on eyeliner on these days. I'll just use my eyeshadow as eyeliner, and really all I'm doing, I'm just getting super close to the lash line, and I'm really just kind of darkening up the lash line. And sometimes I'll even create like a little wing, and I blend it again just so it blends in. I haven't put on any concealer yet. This is when I do my concealer. I like to do it after my eyeshadow's done so that I'm not layering it too many times, and this is how I will kind of clean that up to make it really a more precise. I know I was talking through this demonstration, so I know someone's gonna say, that's not fast, that's too many steps. Literally, you can do this in like 30 seconds. That's how easy it is. But this eye even looks bigger than this one, because this one, the skin is a lighter colored skin, and it's kind of hanging down and pressing on the eye. So it looks a little puffier, and it makes the eye look a little bit smaller compared to this eye. I'll put a little bit of mascara on this eye to show you the difference of the final look. If you want some more tips and tricks and you want to see a really, really up close demonstration, I'm going to pop that other video up here on the screen if you wanted to click on it and check it out. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.